For when one ascends to a certain pinnacle, it all comes back in due time. Real strategy requires cunning.
I am Vali Amir Lathzadi. In less than 1 year, I went from a humble servant of the Safarid kingdom to its emirate. While unfortunate that I had to kill my half-brother to achieve this, his slights were too much, his stances too corrupt, and where I seek to enhance the caliphate, he sought to bring it down. Now, I am surrounded by people who hate me, who are almost guaranteed to have the same idea as I did and claim the throne through sinister dealings. Will I last a year? I certainly hope so. We are in quite a pickle. It hasn't even been a year since we first started this journey, and as well as the emirate of this Safarid kingdom, we're in a bit of trouble. We are in a bit of trouble. Our vassals absolutely despise us. We've 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5.5, 6 of my vassals all hate me to the extreme. And as it was pointed out in the last episode, one of them is Amir Hussain, who is my spy master. Now, we have a lot that we need to take care of. First, we need to look and see where we need to kind of change our tasks. We're going to go ahead and go to Ni, so that way he can start working on the control over there. It's not too terribly bad, but neither is it great. Now, over here, our steward. Our steward is our least. And we have our alama and vassal. Now, this man is also, yeah, I think that's a no-brainer. Now, what is he originally? Okay, he's my alama. Okay. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and reassign him. I think he'll fit better. And then we can reassign someone here who has good book learning skills that would be able to fill this position. You know what? That's not too bad. And he is also but he's my chancellor. You know what? Vali Sali Kur Arhuj of Zemdawar, you are a powerful vassal as well. It's not the best position, but at least he has a position now, which is going to be pretty crucial. Now, I don't quite know how I secure an alliance. Liege cannot call a vassal of war, but it prevents them from joining factions. Can we arrange a marriage? I actually do not believe that I have. Now, this won't give us, she's 20 and he's 3. That's hilarious. This won't create the type of thing that I'm looking for. So it looks like he actually is single entirely. Now, I don't think anything that we could do would work. I don't have a daughter to wed. I don't even have a niece to wed, to be quite frank. So I don't know that that would work at all, which is very, very unfortunate, because that basically means that as far as I know, and again, breaking from role-playing here, I don't quite remember the rules of everything, but it seems like we need to be able to wed into these alliances, because I don't see how they're going to come out any other way. Regardless, we have lots of vassals that we need to take care of. Now, we could do a series of things. My intrigue and my scheme discovery and hostile scheme success, and it simply implies that I could assassinate him. 95% chance. This wouldn't go down bad at all. The kicker with Amir Hussain in particular is that he belongs inside of the de jure realm of the kingdom of Persia, as do several of my vassals, and that's part of the issue. Now, the kingdom of Persia, I'm not even close there. I could. I mean, we're relatively halfway. Now, the funds, that's another issue entirely. But the other big issue there is that the only thing that I could do is possibly go to war with the Dulafid Emirate, which apparently we have a ceasefire anyways. And so as a result, I could take, I mean, there's not very many counties here is the issue. There's only 4, maybe 5. And so that still wouldn't get me there, which means that my only other options would be to go up against the Abbasids. And obviously, we're not going to go up against the Abbasid Empire. That's just not going to happen unless we had a lot of really solid relationships, which I don't know. We actually do. We have, but they all belong inside of the Abbasid Empire, so I don't know that they could even rise up if we wanted to. So that's kind of outside of our reach. So now it comes down to, how do we get rid of these guys? Because essentially the issue is that we aren't even receiving any funds from this guy either, because he hates us so incredibly much. He's just not going to be, and he gives us relatively few troops. So we definitely, ooh, can I switch the jurisdiction? Okay, that didn't work. So I think this is the biggest thing here. The issue is that if I do that, then we'll lose the land from it, simply because he doesn't belong. But I don't see how this could get any better at all. Unpreferred area. You see, like, this will all go up. So maybe I just kind of, not rightful liege is actually not even close. You know what? Simply because he's my spy master. Now, of course, what I could do is I could simply remove him from spy master position. I could put in Vali Nexus. In fact, that's probably what I will do, although he doesn't like me either. But if we did that, we would at least go a ways towards fulfilling it. Now, if I took a look at my domain holdings, I don't want to give up. You know what? Ni is going to be the best solution here. So not only am I going to promote Nexus, who has a small, meager number of holdings, I'm going to grant him that, which is going to boost him. Actually, he's received 2 of them, so he really should be on his way up. And we are going to go ahead and sway him. I'm already scheming. We're already doing it. So that makes a whole lot of sense. Now, all we would have to do, can I sway more than one person? Nope. Okay. So that's where the issue is going to be, is how do we convince these people to not murder me? And I think we can start by our taxation brackets. So we are going to get in our taxation jurisdiction. And right now we're not really covering a whole bunch. Hakka's tax jurisdiction isn't doing well, simply because he's not that great of a person to be able to do this. But what we can do here now is we can go through different statuses and see what would be best. The Muqatta status is what I'm thinking of. Now, admittedly, we lose 0.4, and we're already hemorrhaging money to a degree, which we can totally abandon this, essentially, or at least abandon some of the troops that we have. But the bonuses here, while yes, we are getting significantly less taxes and levies, our liege, I get an additional, prestige per vassal per month. And the vassal's opinion of the liege goes up by 30, as well as development growth. We have to do this. And now we have 5 years before we can change that. And I don't know that this would really change much at all, but for any that we put in there, we're going to do Muqatta. Muqatta should be able to help. Again, we are hemorrhaging a little bit more, but hopefully that should start, that helps the vassal's opinion overall. And man alive, it's just going to create a whole bunch of issues. Yeah, we'll see. Technically, everyone should be under their own, be in the taxation thing. We're going to go here. There we go. We're going to put everyone under to here, because I don't see how that could really go wrong. Again, the other guy isn't too great, and that's okay. Wait, everyone's under that. That should be able to help. And now we can finally take a look at all the other things. We can create an accolade. That lad there, he's already rank 6. Wow. Yes, we're going to go ahead and do that. The Pride of Safarid. He's a fanatic. And he's a marauder? Nice. Okay, cool. So those are expensive. So we don't really want to put people in here who aren't really worthy of the position. I think we'll be able to do good things there. So our prestige goes down, but again, we're not really focused on warfare, so I don't see any issues there. We can demand a hostage. This is from our neighbor. Actually, we don't want to do that. I can offer hostages if I so want to. I don't know that hostages may deter neutralizing or neutralize threats. Focus your attention elsewhere. I'm just wondering if we shouldn't go somewhere and use this. Now, obviously, it wouldn't be a great idea to do any form of these. Maybe a hunt, actually. It's only 175. I am not employing a master of the hunt, so maybe we go in and do this. Oh, master of the hunt. 0.25. We'll go into even more debt just a little bit. Would he see benefits from this? He's an average aptitude. Yeah, no, HForHavoc. You're the best person for this. And now let's go ahead and go on a hunt. Ooh, do we want to do falconry or do we want to do a hunt? Yeah, we definitely, I think we want to do a hunt. Yes, we want to do that. Ooh, where do we want to do this at? We're going to go into Land Day. I think that's going to be the best place. We have a caravan master. Army movement speed. Yeah, that's fine. There we go. We don't need... we have a desert warrior already. None of this is going to be an issue. Now, we could definitely... no, we don't need any of this stuff. We don't. The intent is for recreation. It's set to gain your target's favor. Yeah, we're going to do recreation, I think. Or slay a beast. There we go. We don't want to murder. That's not my intent with all this. In fact, my intent is to simply... all courtiers and guests can join. That would mean it'd be 218. We're going to go ahead and do that. Let's take on... we don't need rivals. Glory Hound vassals, close family, extended family. Ooh, you know what? Let's reduce this. Let's go here. Especially because it only increases by one guest. I really... Glory Hound vassals. I want to invite all of my vassals. I don't have a liege, so that's not going to be a worry. We can bring in our knights as well. And I think we need to not worry about our courtiers. And I don't have any fellow vassals, so that's not going to be an issue. It looks like my knights aren't going to matter because I do believe all of my vassals are going to be my knights. Now, this is a long time. They're going to be traveling a very long ways in order to. And you can see that they probably won't accept. Will likely decline. Will only accept if total is positive. So maybe we need to rethink where we want to do this. There's a lot going on here. If I were to do this in Shahru, he still will not accept. All of these gentlemen will not accept. So essentially, we just have to figure out what's going to work best for us. Because I don't think this has the best chance of all of the more important people coming. This definitely has the most vassals. So we're going to close, we're going to do that. It's going to cost 162. It will take a very long time. We're going to be traveling for 9 months. Goodness gracious, that's going to be a lot of travel time. Is there anything that can ensure mercenary guards increases my travel speed? We already have the desert warrior, cultural ambassador. Yeah, that works for me actually. We already have all of these which ensure our safety. Those all look great. We are going to go on a journey. This is going to be how we start our time as Emirate. I think that's a pretty good job. Let's go ahead and start the hunt. Desert warrior's been hired and a cultural ambassador. And what better way than to just spend money? I'll be hosting a hunt. Time has come for us to depart. I have no doubt I'll soon be returning home covered in glory. It's true. It's nothing quite like a good old-fashioned hunt. Indeed. Meanwhile, we'll have to leave people at home. Despite our best efforts, my agents have yet to uncover any secret. Let us not wait more time. And our attempts to sway him will hopefully end very well, and hopefully won't, cause ruin for us. We need to appoint a tax collector. All right. But on our way through Chaigai, we appear to have stumbled upon a local food market. Everywhere, peasants and nobles of every culture clamor around exotic food stalls, the air thick with fragrances I'd never imagined. My nose is drawn to a lowly stall stacked with a dish I could only dream of. I'm pulled out of my haze by the halting grasp of fezloon. Do not waste your palate on this slop. Bowls of pakla are for peasants. We have much finer foods. And I knew that this would happen. I just didn't expect it to happen so soon. The Crown Loyalist faction seek to protect the realm of their liege. Hostile factions. It's being led by Admir Farquad, as I like to say. And right now he doesn't quite have the power, but it's getting there. Something we have to think about, because this is the emirate in which we are going into for our Nexus isn't swayed. This is terrible. This is awful. Well, we've made camp. My servants get started in the preparations. The gamekeepers check the scrublands for signs of quarry while establishing a camp closer to the hunting ground. We have a very low chance of success. However, our guest list does include 3 of our most vassals who most hate us. And so that's going to be a great thing if we can do something for that. Now, nothing else we can do but hang around and wait. Admir Farquad, the guy who hates me, who currently has a faction against me, assembles the party as the sun rises over the camp. The local gamekeepers have scoured the vicinity. There's clearly a small gazelle buck nearby, but no recent traces of a larger game. Farquad shrugs. No matter, a prancing gazelle can still give a mighty good sport. Yep, we're gonna have to get out there. We hunted a rabbit. We gained some prestige, slightly increases that hunter trait. Poachers, here in Amir's dryland. They huddle together as I ride up with my guards, making a poor job of hiding the dead antelope behind them. We did not do this. Please have mercy, glorious Amiran. Their blades and bows belie their words. Yes, they're definitely going to have to hang. The Vlia gets punished poachers for 10 years, which is nice. And just as my marshal started to dismount, legs still dangling from the saddle, my austere Alama Salih, made sure to bump into his horse, sending him tumbling to the ground. Oh my word, are you kidding, dude? Are you kidding? Like, Farquad's one of the good guys. Oh, you're just salty. We could beat him with a belt, but the success chance does not do well. We are going, that is no way for Vali to act. In this instance, I don't know. That's a pretty good one. Yeah, we're gonna roll with this. Farquad has gone red as a beet. Vali Nexus hunted a ferret. Very nice. Slightly increases that hunter trait for him. My huntsmen say they know the place of the beast's covert, and the nearby water holes and grazing the gazelle frequents. By no means the easy thing to do. If we were carefully creep up, we could perhaps catch it unaware. We proceed by stealth, I believe. Naib Hushair hunted a vole. Awesome, these guys are doing great. Bow in hand, quiet steps, eyes on the tall grass as I await the gazelle. A deep breath, and is that Alama Salih? My unsubtle Alama crouches in the tall grass, fully concentrated on an approaching buck. I glance around surreptitiously. This might be the best opportunity I get. This is definitely not the time. While I do have a good chance of actually accidentally, tragically killing him, it's not the time, and the chance of only wounding him is not great. Plus, the success chance decreases. This is not what I'm here for. We found raptor eggs. There's something majestic about the way the gazelle gazes across the landscape. Hidden in the spiny shrub, I raise my bow. I silently glance over at my vassal, crouched down on the rocks, who does the same. Hey, Vali, Hurmez, watch this. Yes. Slay beast intent, I slowly take aim, the gazelle cocking its head through as though in anticipation. The arrow strikes true straight into the beast's heart. Increases my hunter trait experience, and I gain some prestige. But we're not done yet. Heeding the call of the wild is adventure, and the outgoing delivered, and this outing delivered the good and the bad in abundance. Though the quarry may have been small, the party is still elated with the satisfaction of a good hunt. Alama Salih directs the breaking up, clumsily skinning the carcass before letting the game masters take over. We place the eager dog's share of the spoils on its stretched hide before departing from camp or home. Awesome. So I have the hunter trait now. I get a gazelle horn, which I can act as an artifact, giving me prestige, stress gain reduction, and short reign in duration. Essentially means that this is great because this allows me to reduce that short reign modifier. So they're going to start liking me much, much sooner, which is awesome. My son Hatim, no, we will definitely do that. I gain that trait Hunter, which is I'm on the path of Venator as well, giving me prowess, stress loss, and opinion of hunters as well. I gained a massive amount of prestige. The Hyena of Dora, which are our accolades, they both gained 40 glory. Every participating guest gained some as well. Not a bad trip, my friends. Inventory artifact gained. We're going to finish the hunt, and we're going to head back home. Not too shabby. And on the trip home, Hussein, he was my spy master. He's dead at 48. Now we do lose some lands, which we did expect, which we could actually gain back. Maybe not. It looks like, yeah, the Tahrid kingdom is definitely not something we're wanting to look for or pursue, which is fine. But he died. That removes one potential issue from my list of discontent vassals. We now only have 1, 2, and he even, Amir Sabuk, he has even gone up as well. Again, this was one of the best situations that we could have asked for. A reduction in time of the new liege, excuse me, really helped us a lot. And I think will go a great ways towards increasing things. In fact, so much so that it looks like our monthly income has increased greatly. So we're only at minus 0.4, which is great. And then my wife is pregnant, which is fantastic. I love it. I have a new son here very soon, or daughter. Not too shabby of a trip at all. But we're not home yet. Journeying through Jalk, I passed by a peculiar looking tent slate open with yet more peculiar looking component occupant inside. Come in, O mighty Amir-i-Amiran. I can tell you have many miles to go, and I can offer you a reading of your future travels for a modest price. No, I am not interested. Seal the tent and have this witch burned. That's the appropriate one. Absolutely. At long last, I'm finally home. There's nothing better than arriving back in Penjur for a long journey. Look forward to resting for some time, but the call of the road beckons ever onward. A caravan master reports we've journeyed for 289 days, traversed 21 baronies. My cultural ambassadors had a chance to spread acceptance for the Persian culture. Thank Allah, I can go inside again. Not a bad trip overall. Not a bad trip at all. But no sooner do I come back home than big decisions. An important stance of my character. A personality trait, something that I fought to receive the Emirate for because of this stance, is that we are in support of the caliphal authority. We believe that the caliphate should reaffirm its hold on the Middle East 100%. But now we have a chance to announce opposition. Friday prayer is the most important religious ceremony. By removing the caliph's name from this list, I declare to all the Ummah that I consider myself the foremost master of my domain. Now we can do this, but I am absolutely not going to. We are not going to suddenly switch positions. I'm not going to let ultimate power ultimately corrupt me. So we are going to ensure that we never announce an opposition to the caliphate. Even if that means not good things for us in total. We will simply have to deal with it. We could do a grand tournament and a grand tour. We don't have the funds available for either of those. However, I want to take a look at my family. We have 13 living members, and our unity currently sits at impassive. Well, this isn't necessarily bad. It could certainly be better. And in fact, if we were to go over to friendly, we could change our house succession laws. We can rescue house members as a form of casus belli. We can unify the house as a casus belli. We can't use the invasion. Rulers cannot use it. House vassals are less likely to create factions. We have a decrease or an increase in casus belli. Dread decay decreases, as well as a monthly experience gain. So we definitely don't have the best relationship, but we could totally steer house unity. My piety is well more than enough. we definitely want to steer it towards harmonious. Changes it by 10, increases yearly for the next 2 years. We're going to definitely choose that direction. As house head, my word carries a great deal of weight. With careful words and actions, I can nudge my fellow members to behave in certain ways and greatly affect our combined unity. It'll be unavailable for the next 10 years, but I definitely think that's what we need. And while it doesn't bring it into the next level, this definitely will be able to go well enough. Now, I could also spend some more immediately, or we could consult the house members. Unified Council is one that can act swiftly. With only a little back and forth, I can ensure that my house members are more effective in their roles. Base progress and skill increases by 10% and will remain active until my character dies. Wow. Okay. Now, the improved administration is a really nice factor as well, but none that I want to pursue now. It's just nice to know. We have 13 living members, all of whom which agree with me and align with me, so I don't see any issues of that whatsoever. Now, while I don't want to be a warmonger, I can't help but think that, well, one, these guys are well within my kingdom. Now, the odds of him doing a vassal are very, very slim, so we may have to absorb him. But we also, moving this again, the Habari, are definitely inside of our realm, and we need to cut them down to expand our borders naturally. So those are the things we are going to pursue, but in the meantime, it's a well-known fact that courtiers will scheme and plot, but I may be able to use this. I can keep my courtiers suspicious of each other and distract with infighting. Well, not the time for me. Yes, please. 92% chance. Yes, 100%. Now, admittedly, this is my wife. Yes. However, the more that they do, the less I'm inclined to have to worry about them. All right. Now, unfortunately, this man has quite the number of special soldiers. So he stands out amongst everything else. I could invade the county because it is just a county. Now, I want to know what his special soldiers are. Special soldiers can be gained through events. They do not cost maintenance, do not reinforce. Several historical rulers start with that. So, I mean, he has more groups, correct? However, he has less faris. We have more levies. And we also have several of these aryar, which are heavy infantry, as well as onagers. He has no allies. And he is a detractor of the caliphate. I think we have to go after him. For sure, we're going to declare war. Let's go ahead and raise all of our armies. We are going to put... Oh, these boyos haven't... Oh, they have to travel. This is fantastic. Oh, I love this. They have to travel. It's no longer... Role-playing aside, this is a fantastic decision. Now, I don't have that bad of a command advantage myself, so we're going to work on that. And it depends on if he's going to come anywhere. I need to show you to be able to see him. But in my attempts to align a Vali Nexus in my interests, found an opportunity. Yeah, yes, we'll just gain some subtlety there. That goes a long ways. He's only at minus 36 now. Super fantastic. We are going to... Yes, he is going to go there. Let's get... Where is he at? So he's down there. So here is the deal. What if I travel down to here? Will I be able to bring him in? We're going to see. Now, as I'm traveling, my wife has given birth to a perfect little son. Who will you become? Hossein? Absolutely. That's a great... Hossein Safarid? May you grow to be strong and wise, my son. 100%. All right, Farquad has finished the control, and I actually believe we don't have any... Oh, we do in Panjur. Good deal. 13 days left. That's not going to take a very long time at all. Now, in theory... Oh, boo. It's not as many, which is fine. But we're definitely going to gather the commander here. While on the road, my spy masters come to me. We don't know. Someone is plotting against me. The existence of the scheme is exposed, which now means someone is trying to claim the throne. Very, very interesting. It may well be Nexus, I'm not going to lie. There is that potential. But we definitely need to see how long before he gets here. 64 days. I really don't want to go up against him. The man has a massive amount of prowess. He's got 25 prowess, and I would rather not duel against him. Whoa, 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 whoa. The Tahrid Grand Emirate. This is where our lands went to. I've long coveted your lands only to be denied possession of them. We're going to rally the troops. We're going to have to go. We're going to go here. Defensive buildings, better army commander, more higher quality. But I do have more troops coming. If they follow me, and they should, then we'll be all right. Correct? We need to call on our allies. Now we have total soldiers. They are already in this, so we actually don't even have to call on them. They have answered their call very well. Now the kicker is that we really need to get this war finished quickly in order to make things work in our favor. We have to finish that, and then they're not attacking in large chunks altogether, so I think we can definitely piecemeal them without any issues. We have mercenary contracts which are expiring as well. 185 for 3 years. No, we're not going to do that. We will simply lose those troops. My allies will reinforce, but it really depends. Nexus was wounded. You should come in now. That would be great. Brilliant. That was the perfect timing. That's what we need. Woo. Now Zarin has given birth to 2 little girls, Matab and Porondot. Let's go with a good Persian name, Navaba. Definitely. That's awesome. I have twin daughters. What a time to be alive. All of my allies are rallying around me, which is great. That is awesome to see. That even in the midst of our struggles, we can at least agree on this one section. To the sensible Amir-i Amran Amir as-Safarid, it's not enough to recognize me as your caliph. You must cede all earthly authority in the name of the One. Do what now? Oh. You must cede all earthly authority to me. What does that mean, though? It's a strong hoof caliphal submission. Interesting. Well, this is what we have agreed to do. This is what we should do. We are going to have to accept. Now, this means he could do caliphal submission, and I don't know exactly what that means. It doesn't sound fun. Regardless, my devotion of faith has increased greatly. Oh, that's a lot of troops. Holy moly. We can't fight that, and all of our mercenaries aren't going to be enough. So it does turn out that we really needed those mercenaries, but there's not much that could have been done. Now, admittedly, we can look and see, wow, they do have a lot of trained soldiers. I don't know how I'm going to handle this. Can I invite more allies? I can. We're going to invite all of them. Not one single bit. We're going to see what happens here. Yes, he will join. That will kind of... sweet. Awesome. Everyone's joining in. We now have 9,500 troops. My Chancellor, Amir Faraz, the one that we are actually going after, has laid claim to the Grand Emirate. Apparently, there's a strategic marriage between our dynasties some generations ago, which he is now leveraging. These claims are entirely fabricated, but there is enough uncertainty they pose a real threat. It's a press claim. I spend prestige, and he becomes my rival. You know what we do with rivals? Murder them. That is the only solution. No longer will we be friends. No. No, 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 no. We are going to murder you. Murder is the right direction. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. And we need to start working on our other sirs. Now, let's see. We could start focusing on some of the clans that have a bit of a higher amount of everything. So we can start, for instance, I can start swaying him in the hopes that we can start getting more from him. Now, of course, that's not my only reason, but it is definitely a reason nonetheless. And one that has to be taken quite seriously, if I am not mistaken. We have people joining as well, which is always a good sign. You're always there for me. Hope you know that I'm grateful. My son approached me in a rare display of honesty. Yes, that's what it means to be a guardian, 100%. let's take a look at my son. It's not something that I've really focused on. Shahzada Hatim is now 9 years old. It looks like learning is definitely his aptitude, 100%. Now, what we could do is we could see if we couldn't arrange you with someone. Now, 19, that's a little bit too old. And I don't know that that would be super beneficial. This definitely would make sense. They'll barely accept because I have too many existing alliances. But I think that would be beneficial for him in total. Now, admittedly, it'll be a betrothal. Nothing wrong with that. Very nice. And then let's go ahead and start heading over and besieging their people. I'm not quite sure what happened, but it seems that Faraz Farazid no longer has sway. He lost all of his titles. I'm not entirely sure what happened. He is now unlanded. We are still going to kill him because he does have those claims and he could potentially do something. We need to get our lad in here, absolutely. Bali Hormiz. Maybe that will help convince you to be all right with me. Cultural acceptance. Detractor versus supporter of the Caliph. Can we sway him? We could, but it would take a very, very long time, and it's not something that I really want to do. A chancellor is agreed to integrate the title. The target title becomes the de jure part of your primary. Interesting. Now, we do have a battle, it appears, that is going to happen here very, very soon. It's going to be a large please come support me battle. We are defending in better terrain. Oh, this is fantastic. This is great. We have all the advantages. He has none of them. We have, I have a significantly higher commander advantage as well. Yes, this is exactly what we need. Oh, he got decimated. He didn't even lose nicely. Brilliant. That's exactly what we needed. That's going to help us significantly in it. And while I definitely want to go for that, we're going to go for the smaller titles because that's going to allow us the benefit of chipping away at these guys. All right. Now, my wife spends a significant amount of time traveling the realm. There are many matters she can settle on my behalf, and the military presence brings with her as a firm reminder. Absolutely. I gained 52 dread. We'll stand ready in defense of the realm. Absolutely. We don't have the funds. They have gone down drastically. As much as I would love Mortiza Erferogzad, we don't have that ability. Although I will say that the war should be won relatively soon, I would think, based on the losses that they have experienced and the way that I am currently perusing through all of these. Now, if we can knock them out one more time and catch some of these guys off guard, that would be the best scenario possible. Because I do have all of the weight behind me. Yes. And in fact, it's now even a child that didn't start the war that is now the liege of this, which means we could take advantage in the future if we wanted to, simply because he shouldn't have the abilities to do much. I really need to support here. I could really use support here. There we go. Thank you, allies. Whew, that was a little too close. And it appears I cannot keep spy masters to save my life. Because, well, we just lost our next one. We gained another significant victory, and we can, in fact, start pushing deeper into the realm here and hope that my allies join. We are going to kind of keep things a little close. Ooh. My agents have prepared for weeks. Let's see if it happens. Bird became the last thing he ever ate. While choking, he managed to gurgle my name, cursing me as his killer. Oh, no. Oh, no. I gained the trait murderer. How did he know, though? Come on. I did spend some piety, but I gained an immense amount of dread. That's okay. That's well worth it. Essentially, I want to make sure that the level of dread outweighs people's desire. to go against me. So that actually has worked out for the best. And now we can take these guys out for the last time. Hopefully the last time. Oh, look at that. Oh, that didn't even do anything. Easy victory. And we are going to continue pursuing them, and then I believe we could go after the large sections there. Several battles in. We are winning non-stop. It hasn't been bad for us at all. We need to retake our own lands in order to successfully engage in their main capital, but we are definitely going to pursue them. I'm in a massive amount of debt, unfortunately. Do I have prisoners that can be ransomed? I certainly do, although I don't know just how beneficial it would be for me right now, simply because it's going to contribute to that war score. But we definitely need to move in. We need to get our kill. Unfortunately, I was maimed in the last battle, which means I do suffer quite a few different things. My fertility has gone down. I have a critical health penalty. Lots of things that are going wrong in many regards. However, I think it might be time for me to bow out. No, there's no one else here that could really do any good. So we're definitely not going to do that. We simply have to wait it out and hope that Allah favors us. In my betrothal, Amira-e Amiran Ashiba bint Hamdan of the Safarid is now my final wife. She has reached adulthood. Very nice. That works for me. That secured an alliance as well, which can never be a bad thing. And while these forces are gathering, we are going to retake our lands, Barony of Rudan. That helps massively as well. We can go ahead and take this on top of it. And then they seek to try and take Jurfrit, but it won't happen. My prisoner, Naib, has escaped. Daggum. It's the risk versus reward that I am focusing on. And this battle should be very decisive. We are now at the point where I think we can go in and siege. They simply don't have the army strength left to fight me effectively. And I actually believe they're facing a different war. They are facing a different war, which has them otherwise engaged. We're going to head deep in and we're going to take over that. My name is Amir-e Amiran Hatim. My father died from internal injuries waging a defensive war against his empire. I have inherited this war. I have certainly not even come of age yet. My father was my dear friend, and I don't know what to do. I'm a little bit afraid, I'm not gonna lie. Will I even be able to hold power as the new emirate? My father was only 33. That's not a long time at all. 7 years of rule. What will my kingdom be like? How far will I be able to push this realm? Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be it for this episode. An unexpected, very unexpected death, but one that happened nonetheless. And so now we are going to inherit this this roleplay playthrough, and we're going to continue and see what it has in store for us. So if you enjoyed this, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Do all the things to support this channel, including giving any comments down in the comments section down below. We'll see how Amir-e Amiran Hatim, our 13-year-old new ruler, will continue in the next episode. This is Havoc, and I'll see you in the next one.